welcome to the Lore Maidens. We are the Scottish group of role players who are all ladies with our one fabulous dude.
Fabulous.
Yeah, you are.
What else?
I am your DM. I am Emma, or Hamalu on the internet, and I'll let my players introduce themselves.
Hello. This time I'll try not to mess up. So it's a good thing you didn't hear. I'm Michelle. I go by. Oh, damn it.
A plus, guys. Pro strength.
Thanks.
Pro strength.
Yeah. I go by powerful_glitch on Twitter. And I play Bashra, the lizard folk ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Hi, I'm Jane. I go on Twitter as lame_Jane, and I play Ember, the Fire Genasi Hex Witch.
I am paying attention this time around, and I am Hannah. I go by Horror Show Hannah on the internet. Play Skip the Goliath Barbarian, kind of supervises the group. No one cares, etc. He cares. He really cares. It's very important to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's really about it. Nice guy.
We all
Nice
appreciate
guy.
him for it.
Good. It's nice to hear.
Mm-hmm. Evening all, Andrew here, otherwise known as Casual Heresy on the internet. As usual, playing Eric, the dwarf gunslinger, the grumpiest dwarf in all of creation.
Yes. And that's us. Yeah. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening. We're about to kick things off in the big city. But before that, we are going to have our players roll a d20. The lowest has to do a recap from last week. As punishment.
Lord, please give me the natural 20 that I will need later.
Pray to the dice gods.
Oh,
You'll trade in it.
Wow.
Polar opposite. Total opposite.
Guys.
Natural
I think he's doing it tonight, guys.
Crit fail.
Third week on the trot, is it not? I think it might be.
Second.
Is it
Yeah.
third for me? No, it's a second.
Second. It's only done
It's a
it.
second.
Right.
Okay.
Second.
Okay.
Mitch, what'd you get?
5.
Cool. Jane, what'd you get?
13.
Hannah, what'd you get?
8.
And Andrew.
Natural one.
Woo!
I'll have the words with you later, Lord.
All right.
Right.
Take it away.
Previously on Lore Maidens, we continued our epic journey north on our way to meet colleagues of our friend Marbeth. Information about these creepy black tears. The weather was generally horrible through these 3 days of travel. Did I hear something there?
No, it's fine.
Go on.
No.
It sounded like some sort of demon. Anyway, so yeah, throughout, got heavier during the second day. But our first encounter on the road was with a mama wolf who sadly had been caught in a very vicious trap in the woods. She was pretty messed up, very, very weak, and her puppies were stranded nearby without their mother to care for them because she was trapped. It was pretty heart-wrenching, not gonna lie. But thanks to Talk with Animals and various generally being the good guys, well, Eric stood there doing, well, he was a bit useless.
He's the only one who can't cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah, the only one, yeah. So the wolf was learned to trust us. We set her free, healed her up, set her on her way. She was able to warn us that the weather was going to get worse, and the puppies were damn cute. So following on, we continue upon our adventure, and come across a cautionary tale of why you should never drink and drive. We found an overturned cart and a man who appeared dead for quite some time, but in fact he was just in the middle of a raging hangover.
Yeah.
He had been to his pals and drank a lot. He then decided it would be a good idea to cart all the way home, and he crashed. But being the kind souls that we are, we helped him up, made sure he wasn't going to die, and put his heart right back up. Although I have a feeling he was still a bit drunk and it was irresponsible to go on the road again. But we got a nice vase from his pile of crap. I'm
More
not
of a
even sure
jug.
what you.
More of a
Yeah,
jug.
it was a jug. It was.
Technically,
Yeah.
I think it was a jug.
Jugs.
The point is, we have no use for a jug or a vase.
Excuse me. Ornate jug reasons. It's fine.
But Eric wasn't very impressed, but
Mm.
Well,
he
Skip is
didn't say
into
anything
it,
'cause
so
for
It's all good.
Eric, helping somebody in need, even if it was their own stupid getting hurt, is the most important.
okay.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, take away from watching Lore Maidens today: don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
Especially you have a cart full of jugs.
Eric
you
will
know.
be judging. Eric might help you, but he'll judge you.
Mm-hmm.
So we continue on. The weather gets still horrible. We decide to camp. By this point, we're heading relatively big orc encampment in the middle of Runemark. Runemark, I'm pronouncing it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Remark, yeah.
But I'm forgetting the name of the orc camp.
I
Yota.
know. Yota. I took
Yota.
notes.
That was it.
Mhm,
Yota.
mhm.
So yeah, because I remember I was trying to remember last time by thinking of Yoda.
Mm.
That's how I was
Mhm.
remembering it. So
Mhm.
we were being relatively close to the Yota orc encampment. We did notice some orcs camping a bit further off, but we went up further. Had a lovely night's sleep in the rain, and woke up to hear the sounds of battle across the hill. So being the kind souls that we are, we run to help. The stinky, horrible beast of the swamp is fucking the orcs up. So we charge into battle,
Mhm.
and the thing dies swiftly because, well, it's being shot at, it's been shot with witchy bolt stuffs, and getting hacked at by Skip and orcs, and it was just generally a bit unfair. Peter should have couldn't call it.
Specifically, orc number 4, if memory serves.
Orc number 4.
Orc number 4.
Orc number
Number
4.
four.
He was the best.
Number 4.
He's our pal now.
Yeah.
After we helped him
He did
slay
have a name.
the
But it's number
Kidderblippus, as Hannah christened.
The
um,
Catoblepas.
Catobleppus, as the DM helpfully says, but I can only remember it as Kidderblippus. Thanks to Hannah. I'm pretty.
Cur de blurp blurp.
To be fair, I was the only one who said it properly, basically,
Mhm.
last
Yeah, you
week.
did. You did.
So,
It's
mock
much
me all you
funnier,
want,
it's funny.
but not for that.
Anyway, we killed the smelly kills with the orcs, which is going to be useful in the future, I'm sure.
one.
We continue on.
Yeah.
So we come to the river, which is the final obstacle on our way. Because it's been raining heavily, it's going quite quickly. We decide, rather than trying to cross the river over the bridge during the night, that we will camp on the side and then cross. During the night, nothing of interest happens. Nobody notices anything.
Mhm.
So we wake up, we continue on the road, passing some really, really detailed statues of halflings beside the bridge. They seem to be like, it's a bit dark, the art subjects. They seem to be like in pain, but incredibly detailed. Even Eric appreciates the artistry. If it was humans, then they're pretty good humans. Not many people can carve stone like that. So after that oddity, we continue on and we arrive in the big city.
Yeah. City of Midvar, correct?
Yes.
Midbar, yes.
Yeah, exciting.
And I've thrown
Yeah.
away my d20 with a 1 for 3.
Nice.
So yes, the group has been on the road for roughly 7-ish days. A fancy horse has been gained, a mysterious egg has been gained, and a orc ally, it seems. Not to mention some loots and a fancy jug.
Sure.
Feeling like proper adventurers, you guys cross over your bridge and head on the road that is sloping towards the city. You can see it expanding out as you get closer. It seems that it spreads from this side of the riverbank off towards to what you must assume is the western coast of Rumark, as you guys are pretty coastal right now. You're getting that slight salt in the air.
Delightful.
Yeah. It is a large city, by all means. It's not the biggest in Rumark, but for many of you, it's the biggest you've ever seen, certainly. It is walled, with the occasional watchtowers dotting along that horizon there. And you can see the city within. It definitely seems quite built up. Some of the buildings towards the center are a few stories high. And as you approach, you can see that there is a main gatehouse that is the entranceway into this city. There are a few guards milling around mostly. A couple are speaking to each other. There are two up in the top of the tower parts of this entranceway, looking about, see you guys approach. They don't seem overly guarded right now, but they have noted your approach and are looking businesslike, as you might assume, as you are on the approach. One of them gives you a small nod of the head. Got business in Midfar?
Sure
Just-
do. Maybe.
Just passing through.
Oh, which is it?
Well, both. Isn't it?
Sounds
Yeah, to
shady
be
if you
fair.
don't know what you're here for.
It's just,
It gives you a little
one of
tilt
those
of the
days.
head.
One of those days. No, we're just passing through, but we might visit a wee local establishment or two while we're here. See what the city's like.
All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Best kind of
And he
business.
kind of gives you a little look like he's looking at everyone.
Mhm.
He takes a pause. He doesn't seem pausing at the unique racial makeup of your group necessarily, because he doesn't seem overly jarred by your interesting companions. He does stop for a minute, however, and give a curious little look towards Ember, but it's fleeting. Gives a little nod and says, "Well, in you go then."
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's
Thanks,
very
mate.
progressive of him, though. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Hmm.
Yeah.
No judgment.
Yeah, you get to. He's like a city guard for a fairly big city, so yeah.
He
In
seems
fact, roll me a history if you're curious.
Sure.
Always curious. Oh, for God's sake.
I was
Andrew,
born
stop
curious.
rolling dice tonight. Just stop it.
Well, I've run out of
Don't do anything
d20s. They're both
important.
misbehaved today.
Mhm.
So
I got an
Mhm,
18.
Okay.
Mhm.
2. Oh wait, no, sorry, I didn't add. I didn't even add it. I've got 0
I
in history,
mean,
so
is
2.
it worth it? Yeah. Is it worth
Eric is
it?
wise, but not always the most
Just-
intelligent at teams.
I think at the moment Eric isn't really caring too much. Your heavy metal armor it's kind of gross right now because
It's a
it's
bit
been
right.
so rainy. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is it the armor or
It's
is it
really
Eric?
upsetting.
Stay tuned to find out.
However, Skip, you have some awareness of the geography of the land in terms of the settlements as well, particularly those that are coastal. This is definitely one of the coastal cities, so you may well have been here in your previous life.
Mhm, mhm.
And it's the closest big city to an area of Rumark which is fairly mysterious. So it seems that if you're going to get anywhere that has interesting racial makeup or just people who are a little out of the ordinary, it's either going to be in your capital city of Wirebridge, which has pretty much everything you could possibly dream of,
Mhm.
or this place. Yeah, it seems like it was the kind of place where, yeah, you would see some interesting people at the docks.
Interesting.
Mm.
Guys, I know that we're kind of on a mission to, go and speak to Elgar's colleagues, but should we maybe see the city a little bit? Just while we're here, just,
I could use a wash.
yeah, you're telling me, boy.
I would absolutely
Also-
love to.
Just a note, it's Marbeth's college.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, I did mean
Elgar
Laura.
does not know these people.
I know, I'm sorry, apologies.
Suspicious of those types. It's
Apologies.
alright. You've been doing wonderfully with remembering names. I appreciate your
Thank you.
note taking.
Thank you,
Yeah.
I'm
So I'm
really
a crap at
trying, I'm
remembering
just
names.
terrible
Thank
at
you
it.
for
Yeah, I know. I'm sure those of you out there watching that have D&D groups, I'm sure you have those times where people just notoriously don't note down like important names of people that they should
Mhm.
remember, and it became like a joke with us, which was Yeah, very hilarious. I especially my favorite of those examples is definitely when you called Leosin Enthar Liam Neeson and just insisted on calling him that for like the rest of the campaign because it was easier to remember. But yes, no, I appreciate the note taking. It's good. So yeah, you guys are allowed into the city and are free to rest up and take a wash wherever you so fancy. When you step in,
Wherever
you
you say.
you can tell that you're on definitely the main road leading in towards the city. There's a few turnoffs here and there, and it's quite a big city.
Question.
Mm.
When the guy kind of paused at Ember, was that obvious enough to notice, or would I have to have been like looking for it?
An insight.
Sure. 11.
I mean, you definitely took a moment to pause and look at her, but the motives behind that could be anything. It could be something to do with her race. It could be like she looks like someone that they're interested in, or it could just be that the hot's right. You've no way of knowing.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, well that's
Viewers,
nice
if you'd like to tell us what you think.
Straw poll. A,
I
B, or C.
mean,
All of the
Ember's pretty
above.
hot.
All of the above. Pretty hot.
I went there. I did it.
Boo.
But yeah, so it was hard to you noticed it happening, but
Yeah.
you couldn't read enough into it to really figure out what that was.
Okay. Well, Skip will be like, huh. That was
Huh.
weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Onwards.
It's probably because he's used to being in a group where he's the one getting the funny looks. So
I mean, to be fair, I'm with a fucking lizard and a flame heat, so...
you are now.
Yeah.
Flame heat.
Flame heat.
Yeah.
In
And
past
also a
lives, you were
dwarf,
there.
I suppose.
He's like regular.
He's
Yeah,
regular.
dwarves are
boring.
10
I
a
know,
penny.
but he's pretty grumpy, like.
He is.
Aye.
In all
Anyway.
creation. Yes.
Glory.
So, how do you wish to go about figuring out the same? Do you want to have a wander around?
Yeah, I'm picturing, once, like, Dorothy gets into the Emerald City, it's kind of like, a wee bit exciting. That's what's happening right now.
Do we start singing?
I start skipping.
Okay.
Skip it,
It's
skip
my
it.
namesake, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone can just look at me like, what the fuck?
Eric would like to suggest that we find somewhere to stay because he wants a bath.
I mean, what time of day is it? It's still morning, right?
Yeah, you guys had woken up in the morning, so it only took you just under an hour to get here from where you woke up.
Okay. Since we're all kind of soggy and, we had a bit of a miserable night last night and we were also fighting that really stanky get a blippers, I propose that we do stop somewhere and maybe have a wee bath or something.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you, Eric. Fucking
Yeah.
reek.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Eric sniffs his own armpit and looks a bit sick.
Yeah, it's like that wet, sweaty leather.
Musky.
And also, given that he's got so much hair, would it be a bit like wet dog?
Yeah, I mean,
We
probably.
Dwarves don't necessarily.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm.
Is there a tourist information booth?
I knew you were gonna say. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah? Can I see one
not
right
too
now?
far in. Yeah, because it's not too far in. It's on this main road into town. Because this is the main road north, and people tend to come at this city from the southern road, because the northern road goes past the wild woods and stuff. So it's yeah, this is a busy road and it's a fairly big city, so they kind of try to catch you while you're at your most lost and wide-eyed.
Translation.
So you kind of did vulnerable. So you can see that there's a tourist information booth. It's a pretty sturdy one. It's like a proper office. It's not just a booth.
Whoa.
It's like it's got like an office behind it as well. Yeah,
Ooh.
Well, damn.
but there's definitely that little like hatched opening for
Like a little
service.
God, what's it called? Good story, Hannah. Tell it again. It's fine.
you know, with the thing and the thing. Yeah, you can see it. There's a shutter that's about halfway down, but it appears to be open. There is light inside, and like you can see movement of someone inside.
We should probably go and see what they have to say. Do you think, guys?
Yeah,
Why
I want
not?
to find out a bit more.
Yeah. We can also ask maybe. Well, we should maybe speak to the guards, but we could find out if they've noticed any, spooky terrors or anything. Just in these parts. It's
And
worth
we
an
can
ask.
find out where the local Ebon Guard are if we need to use their services.
Correct. I would also be interested in potentially, not necessarily today, but at some point, seeing if there's like a magical menagerie or something that might be able to inform me a little bit more about Eggle, my egg son.
Ooh.
Potentially.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Mhm.
Let's go to the tourist information. Away!
Onwards!
Yeah. So it doesn't take too long. It's just like down one building basically. So you head over. There is nobody there currently, and as you approach, the sound seems to have roused whoever was inside, and you see a woman come over. She's older, maybe 60s, getting on for 70s. Comes over and sort of slides it up and leans forward. Hello there, and welcome. How may I help you?
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Me and my group here, well, not my group, but the group I'm part of, are visiting,
gives you all
passing
the-
through. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we just want to ask a few questions, if that's okay. So we need to get to know the city
Absolutely.
a little bit.
It's what I'm here for.
Oh, good. Fancy that.
She's delightful.
What's your name?
My name is Winona.
Winona. Oh, that is a lovely name.
Do you mind if I
Thank
call
you.
you Noni?
Sure. Of course you can.
Well, Winona, I'm Ember. This is Skip. This is Beisha. And this little one over here is Eric.
Little.
Give-
Don't
gives
mind
you
the
all
smell.
away.
Don't mind the
That
smell.
word.
Shh. Inside voice, Eric.
That's on time, Eric.
Eric bows respectfully to Winona.
That's quite
Give-
all right.
give
Have you?
Ember a look.
Yeah. Have you all been traveling for some time?
A fair few days. Yeah.
A week.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
You got
Well,
caught in
look,
the rain
no.
then.
Eric
Can you
rings out his
tell?
beard for emphasis.
Like rings it out.
Yeah. It's still got that. It's clearly one of those days that's after heavy rain, where the air still kind of has that
Like
sort
heavy.
of damp feel to it, but there's no rain currently falling.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Well, welcome to Midfar. I can answer any questions you might have."
What's the best place to get boarding, a wash, and a pint?
Well, that entirely depends on what it is you want out of the establishment. We have 4 main establishments that I would recommend that are sanctioned by the Tourist Information Group.
I turned to Eric real quick. Should we maybe see if there's like an actual Ebengard base here? Because they might be able to help us out with some of that. But if you're wanting to splash your cash, that's fine. But let's just, make a decision
Good
here.
to have options, Skip.
I know. Okay.
And also,
We do indeed have an Ebengard base here in the city. If that is what you are seeking, I see you carry their symbol on your garb.
Sure.
Would you? Where is that? Firstly, before we get recommended elsewhere.
Well, you would need to head towards the fringes of the Temple District. They've set up a
Ooh.
base there. She kind of, it's like a fluid motion. You're not even entirely sure where she pulled it from. She just produces a map and flaps
Oh.
it down in the front.
Okay,
This here would be the Temple District. You are currently here, and she points towards the entrance to the city.
Wow, it's so big. Okay, thank you.
It's quite easy if you look at the color coding of these area boundaries, and she points out what you can see on the map is there are 5 very distinct sections with a center point.
Okay.
And she said, this here is the food and drink district. Anything you would want to go for a meal or going to taverns or what have you, but also places that sell these items also. We then have the temple district just next to it. That's the one in yellow. And she's pointing, and they've all been like, you know, you see some maps that have like a coloured boundary on the outside and then just areas.
Of course, the priests are always close to the booze.
Quite. And then next to that, you can see the political district. This is where you will find the townhouse, the mayor's abode, and other establishments of that ilk. Next to that, you can see the crafting district. This is where you could go to have any number of things crafted for your pleasure. And then next to that, which is the closest to this district, would be the residential district. There are several areas within that, depending on social status, you might say. And then right in the center is the merchant quarter.
Interesting. So 2 things.
Yes.
One, thank you, Urson, for the 5 bits. And 2, you sound like the voice of the tube currently. Like, please mind the gap.
Leave Winnie
Now
out of this.
approaching Elephant and Castle.
Exactly.
Yep.
Baisha like
PTSD.
studies the map, especially with the mention of the food section. It's just like, what?
Yeah. Oh, nose.
Okay, well.
Can we have this?
Yes, of course.
I'm
copy.
peeling it slowly away anyway.
Yeah. And then she'll point to like
Right.
it's one of those maps that has the map on the inside, and then on the outside it's got a list of establishments, and then a number next to it that is in the color of the district that it is in.
Oh my
Very
God,
well
so
organized.
Has she
Okay.
marked where the M guard is?
Yeah, well, she pointed to it with her finger, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, we need to go here, and I point as to where.
Mhm.
This is where the M guard is.
It is pretty much on the boundary between the temple district and the political district.
Okay.
I feel
She
like
says,
this-
if you like, and she pulls out a quill for you and hands it over. Should you wish to mark anything?
This
Oh,
babe.
thank
My
you.
God. Thank you.
Oh,
do I get to keep the quill?
Sure, I have a few others.
Oh, and then I put it like kind of in my hair a little bit, like
Yeah.
just like behind my ear. Thank you.
Mhm. Is there anything else you would like me to draw your attention towards? You were looking for a tavern
Yeah.
or inns?
Recommendations?
Mm,
Looking for somewhere nice to eat as well, so just throwing that out there too.
I'm
yeah.
not concerned about the food as long as there's booze.
She says, well, if it is good brews that you are interested in,
no.
and hearty meals, we have the tavern What Ails You.
Mhm.
Eric
We
hates
also
the name,
have-
but also wants it.
He's like so conflicted. She then points to another and says, that is the Prancing Pygmy. It is a more high-class establishment, shall we say. There is also then here the Lily Pad, which is both a tavern, an eatery, and an inn. They service both purposes. And then this here, and she points to one. If you're interested in any more colorful experience, it is called the Screaming Chicken,
Let's go there. Let's go there.
run by a very interesting chap called Navroth. He's a dragonborn. Quite fascinating. For eateries, my own personal recommendations, if it is a light afternoon bite you're looking for presently with this time of day, I would recommend Java the Hut, run by a tiefling called Java. You're
Boo.
welcome. You're welcome.
You've been having great fun with this, haven't you, Emma?
I have. There's a
Sitting
few
at
more.
home thinking up
There's a few
puns.
more. You're just gonna have to wait for the others. But it's drinks and food you've asked for. And then here, as you get more towards where the docks are, there is a fantastic seafood restaurant called Soulmate.
Eric looks
I like
intrigued.
it.
She's run by a good friend of mine named Morag. Wonderful cook.
Excellent.
I'm done with you, Emma. We're done here. Goodbye.
No.
Embrace it, Hannah. Join the
Well,
fun
my
side.
call is for the screaming chicken, please.
It's true.
Hands up
Aye.
for screaming chicken.
Sure, it sounds fun.
Okay. Yay!
Harrison says it's
So
been a
shall we
while
go?
since he's visited the city of memes, which is exactly what this is. What
Yep.
have you made? Okay.
Yeah.
What sweet horror is this? I think we should go maybe get some lodging at the Ebengard if we can. Dump our heavier gear and then screaming chicken.
Yeah, I'm worried about why it's called that, but I'm also very curious. So let's do this.
Put it this way, I am 350 years old, and I have never been to a place called the Screaming Chicken. This is worth checking.
And you're always up for trying new things. I can tell that about you.
That's Eric, I know. Okay, because I'm really excited that we're in the city, I'm going to take this map and be like, follow me! I'm pretending I'm a tourist person because I have the map
Oh
now.
my
but
god, you're
I
one of those people with
literally-
the umbrella in like big
Yeah.
cities. I hate
Yeah.
those
See, in
people.
Edinburgh, it's with like orange like gym bags.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
they're weird. And then they march in like columns down the streets. I normally walk on the road to avoid them.
Yeah, rightly so.
But it's like a column of legionnaires.
Mhm.
Anyway, enough of
Hmm.
Eric smells pints and wants to get rid of stuff so he can go pinting.
Eric smells. Full stop. Let's go.
Hey.
But Tish.
So yeah, you guys head off, following the map. So you've got the map, correct?
Yeah.
Ember, can you roll a survival for me for trying to get through this giant city?
I'm worried about this.
Yeah. You
Eric
should
is
be.
as well.
Do
What was that?
Sorry.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Survival, I got a 10. It's not that bad. Could be
Whoa.
worse.
Okay, I studied the map, so
I'm also proficient in navigator tools. Just throwing that out there too. May assist
I
you.
don't know that. I was just off. Yeah.
He's just excited about being in the
Yeah,
city.
that's fine. You do you.
I'd say you make a pretty decent attempt at finding it. It's maybe not the most efficient route. Like the two who are good at that kind of thing are like, I mean, I would have, but she's super excited, so
Just
you're just
biting
kind
my
of follow.
tongue. Like it's fine.
Could we
Yeah.
have like a movie montage moment where they go to like a new city and it's like,
Yeah.
oh wow,
And they all point across the street at the same time.
yeah.
It's like Derek, who grumps at the back
Yeah.
Yeah.
and begins
Um,
shaking more water out of beards and pouches and
Yeah.
such.
Mhm.
I hope that your hair is getting like progressively frizzier as well. It's just getting bigger and bigger.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Um,
That's exactly what's happening. It's going to be a fro by the end. A beard.
I'm still
Nice.
jealous because he has no hair.
Aw. Sad times.
Mm.
Yeah, so you guys make it to the Evangard, and you're kind of surprised because although, I mean, obviously the city is bigger than what you're used to, but you weren't quite counting for the fact that this Evangard is huge. Like it's one of the taller buildings in this area.
Oh, cool.
The temples, which are off to one side of you, seem to be quite high buildings, and sort of political. It's generally the higher part of town, and yeah, it's a good like 4-story building, you would say. It's kind of much like the one in Calford. It's signposted. They just don't garishly be like, "Wow, we are the
Yeah.
like banners on the outside." It's clearly where the Evangard is. They're a bit more subtle than that, and as groups go. But yeah, you make your way inside, and you can see there's definitely quite the hustle and bustle here. There are various groups, and unlike the Calford branch, you can see little groups of people who are either sitting down together, either going over some paperwork and looking at a map or speaking to someone else. They seem to have some sort of color in what they're wearing that signifies them as different teams. There's like lots of different colors, and they each have either just in their piping or their capes, or it's not overly. They're not like head to toe one color, but that subtle hint is in everyone who is part of that one cell. It seems. So there's a few. Yeah, there's a few various squads, if you will, you can see around you, and 3 or 4 people who are at this main sort of desk area who are looking at bits of paper. There's like a board to the back of them that they've got various things pinned up on the back, and someone just comes away from pinning something up and turns around and sees you approaching and goes, "Hello there, what can I do for you?"
I like, kind of bustle myself up because this
Yeah.
is my moment. I'm ready for this. Like, I don't have hair, but
You brush it away anyway.
Hi, we're part of the you guys, the avant-garde. I'm like, no, wait, be cool, play cool.
Part of you guys.
Part of you guys. We come from Calford. We're on a mission. I like do that.
Oh, yeah, Calford. Good. And he kind of gives you all a little look, and they do. It's not overly obvious, but they're checking you guys to make sure that you have various insignias up. And says it, Calford. Yeah.
Flash my badge.
Excellent. Is there anything specific that's part of your mission? Information or?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is there anything specific you need for your investigation from us?
Our superior officer told us to stop by, but we're looking potentially just for somewhere to kind of store some stuff while we... Are we trying to stay here, guys? I like quickly turn to them.
Yeah.
We might as well.
Can you put us up for the night? Can you put us up for the night?
Yeah, we have a room specifically for teams that are stopping past
Awesome.
on missions. So
We've got some business
Absolutely.
in town to attend to. Like, let's phrase it like that so it sounds more important than it is.
Yeah.
We're not just gonna go have some food and kind of chill out. So yeah,
Tourism.
business or pleasure. So yeah, we need somewhere to kind of store some stuff while we, go and see to that as well.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Just Murdoch, can you group from Calford? They're just needing a room for the night. If you just take them through there, and he's like, yeah. So he kind of comes bustling over, and he says, "Follow me,"
Thanks, buddy.
and just kind of walks off, assuming you're all following. And he walks you through one room, which is fairly large. There's a few like sofas dotted here and there, and a fireplace and tables, and it seems to be perhaps a waiting area. You've got something similar, but it's just like a bit of a room where people who are coming who have sought out the Edengard for various things are able to wait here, basically. Especially if it's a case of, the house is burned down and they're needing some, like, it gives them somewhere to kind of have a roof over their head.
Stand with like ethereal question marks or exclamation marks above their heads.
Yeah. Quest givers.
No. Yeah. Just a little, like, yellow
Yellow ring. Yeah.
Not currently. Nobody has a slightly different outline and color setting to the background they're obviously part of.
A little bit more detailed.
They're meant to be animated, yeah. He leads you through there, which leads to a stairwell towards the back, takes you up the stairs, up 2 flights of stairs, in fact, and down a corridor slightly, and opens up a door to a room which is, when you get those, not grotty, like a fairly decent youth hostel that mostly just has rows of like bunk beds and areas, and then a little sofa at the back. So it seems to be set up for housing visiting members, basically. And he says, "We don't have anyone using the room right now, so it's yourselves."
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, so you can store yourself here. Floor below us has the canteen if you want to get something to eat or what have you. But yep. And he kind of just gives you a little shrug. Oh, the
Eric
road was
raises his hand questioningly.
yeah.
So somewhere I can get washed. I smell right, mate.
Yeah.
Eh.
He just kind of gives you a traveling, So he's like, yeah, sure. If you just go down this corridor right to the end, door on the left, is the washroom, if you will. There's a couple bathtubs in there, so have at it.
Thank you, please. Much appreciated. Much obliged.
Thank you, Murdoch.
Tips a
Bad
little
name.
imaginary hat and have a good one then. Yeah, if you got any more, check back downstairs, and I'll see you guys later. Off he goes.
He's awfully hardcore.
He's
like him.
just
He's
just
He's a lot.
he's a laid back kind of guy.
Mhm.
Eric begins dismantling his armor and various
He's doffing.
belts and stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
get ready to go wash. Because he smells ripe.
Yeah.
It's not good, guys. It's not good. He's been
Mhm.
stewing in
Skip's
this
like
armor
really
for
trying
years.
hard not to comment on it too much, but it is really bothering him because he's a delicate Goliath. So go and sort your stank out, please.
Is there? Did you say there's bunk beds? Is that what you said?
Yeah, there's a few single, maybe about 4 or 5 singles, and then like 6 sets of bunks.
Okay.
Okay, I immediately run over the first set of bunk beds. I'm like, top bunk! And I jump on it.
Oh, Skip looks on and he's like, oh, I wish I could go on the top bunk, but I'm too big.
We can put 2 together.
I'd be afraid of killing someone. So
You would just have to have a top bunk and have nobody sleep on the bottom bunk.
reinforce it with like some rods or something.
Yeah.
Eric's gonna lay claim to a single bed.
Okay.
But
You're gonna go
it's
in-
not right.
Dump your stuff off. Yeah. Take the armor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you know what? I'm gonna retcon what I was doing with Stanky Eric, and from I don't think he even had a name, but Melonius's owner, I got some perfume from him.
Yep.
So I've just been like spraying it around Stinky Eric, like, just
Like Febreze.
yeah. It's like overwhelmingly strong.
Eric's gonna give him a look.
Mm.
Now, Skip, I know you to be an intelligent man.
Hmm.
There was no point spraying that right. I will be washed soon enough. You've just wasted it. Just
It's
calm
plenty
down.
where
mate.
it came from, though.
I'll be
It's
clean
okay.
soon enough.
It made me happy, so
Plus, you've all been traveling. You're all pretty ripe.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, Eric's fine because Skip's armpits are all the way up there.
That's
so
true.
It smells
That's
further
like
away
reaching
from him.
up. Yeah.
But they're further away from
Excellent.
Eric than everybody else, so he's fine.
Yeah, you're all definitely becoming those Sims, like the noxious odors, following them
I'm
around.
really mad because I'm so dirty.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'll accept Beisha, I imagine, because Liz is not.
Doesn't care.
Don't quit.
Probably had like a wee dirt bath or something.
Yeah, just roll around. Yeah. So who wants to go for a bath? Just Eric.
Eric.
I'm going, yeah. Please.
Me
Okay.
too.
All right. You can go through. There is a way of pulling water through and drawing your baths in this room. So after a bit of time of just heating up the water and getting poured in, you can easily have a whole sweep of baths. There's 4 of them in this room. They're not like fancy pants, but they're metal. So, yeah. And there's a couple of, again, it's not like fancy soaps and perfumes or anything because it's like Fighters Guild. So it's just, but there's soap there for like standard washing off of the dirt.
Okay.
Is there shampoo?
It's a
Well, you just
conditioner,
use it
more
as
importantly.
Yeah. Like, yeah. So you can get bathed, no problem.
Sweet.
I immediately just strip off and jump in because I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Wait, are we
Go
divided
forward.
by stalls? Is this all the room we're staying in?
There's just the one room with 4 baths in it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not in
Really
it's
good
not
here.
in the bunk room. It's at the other end of the corridor, but there's 4 baths in the same room. Yeah.
Eric
No
has
need-
also taken his hip flask with him, so he's drinking. it.
He's drinking in the bath.
I like it. There's no
Yes.
need to be shy, Eric. We're all friends here. And,
Mm.
like Skip rips off his small amount of clothing that he's wearing because he's probably half
Yeah.
naked anyway.
Hey!
And although you're all friends, I mean, he's a half giant, so it's quite intimidating. But
We're all friends here, as you windmill.
take someone's eye out.
Oh my god!
I mean, well,
Oh, please no! Please. I'm not my bitch.
drinking in there. That was perilous. But yes, so you are bathed, smelling lovely. Beatrice doesn't need to because she don't smell nothing. And you are so fresh and so clean.
I also spray a bit of perfume on me just because I'm feeling that way today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the big city now, so
Yeah. Wish I had my
You better
hand.
find a big man to take care of you. That'll be fancy.
Mhm. All right.
Thank
What do you
for
wanna
the
do
bits of
now
the
that you're-
and also hello, Rebecca. You did arrive at a good time.
Yeah.
So initially, when everyone was kind of getting into the tubs, I would have just been like, I followed everyone through and just stood there.
Yeah.
And then when they're all kind of like just soaking, I'm just like,
Yeah.
and then I leave. So and then I'll be just completely just like, well, this is boring.
Yeah.
Food. Let's go do that. So I will be in the search of food.
All right. You will find it the floor below where the canteen is. There's a whole range of food.
Is there cakes?
Yeah.
And that's where I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Little like those like it's like a cream tart thing with a strawberry on top and then like the strawberry glaze on the top.
Totally my favorite thing ever.
There are
That's probably
like
so.
just a tray of those. They've got a couple that are like different fruits. So this one that's got like apricots and like the apricot like they've diversified, but majority of it is.
Pick up the tray.
Yeah.
And then I go find somewhere to sit
Okay.
and devour.
Yeah, depending on Beatrice's mood, you can either sit in the cantina eating those, or just take it up to your room, sit on your bed. And
Canteen.
Go under the covers and just eat them.
yeah. Mine though. Yeah, it definitely raises a few eyebrows, but who are they to question lizard folk ways? They just go about their business, not wanting to seem racist by judging you for it. So,
Oh.
Such a
okay.
progressive tone. I love it.
just in case, yeah. So yeah, you guys are bathed and go through your room. Bisho's not there currently, but you're clean as a whistle.
Eric's gonna clean his armor a bit. He's still fusty.
Yeah.
Skip,
Hmm.
can I get a wee spray of that perfume from armor?
Of course you can.
Thanks.
Like, give them the biggest bottle because there were a few of them, right? Is this big?
Yeah.
It's like this big.
Eric, just of course a wee bit, as if it was aftershave for his plate.
Yeah.
Describe
And then
this
give it-
perfume to me, DM.
It's kind of got that spicy warmthness to it that Chanel No. 5 has. Like it's that kind of sandalwoody. Yeah.
I'm on board with that. Thank you, please.
Yep. You're welcome. Because it's like fancy, but he didn't want to be overly feminine with
Yeah, it's like a heavy
perfume, so
yeah.
it's got yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So
It's just so people think he's been using some sort of fine oil to care for his armor.
yeah.
In reality, it's been given a wipe and a
Give
scrub.
it a wipe with some
A wet
perfume,
one.
which may or may not cause rust. Yeah.
Dwarven plate. None of
It's
this rust and
no
crap.
rust,
Better
no
made than
rust.
that human shite.
Yeah. Okay, so you are cleaned, dressed, armor has been polished, a whole tray of those strawberry tart things have been consumed. You weren't sure it was possible, Beisha, but you feel like full. Like you're
Still
like,
looking.
whoa. When you start to feel like that, like it's painful, but
Yeah.
comfortable. I need to digest some of this.
Or like the like leather straps getting a wee bit tight.
yeah. Like,
Unbuckle them.
got a bit of a pinch.
Just the next
yeah.
rung.
Getting a bit racy tonight, lads.
Still doesn't stop me looking at like the apricot-y ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're like, it's gonna taste different.
I'm on board with it.
Okay. Yep. What he's doing it.
I think I'm gonna kind of, although we're kind of leaving our stuff here, that's fine. I'm gonna take a wee selection of things with me, just in case, including
Day bag.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
day bag, but not even whole day bag, really. Just kind of, I guess, day bag.
Prepared in a stay bag, yeah.
Yeah.
Enough to fit in a bum bag, kind of.
Yeah.
A weapon.
Yeah.
Bum bag and a weapon.
One bag
Day
and a
bag.
great axe. Perfect.
Yeah.
Eric's got what he always needs: guns, bullets. He's leaving the janky bullets behind
Okay.
with his pack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
hip
take Eggle
flask
with me.
and short sword.
Okay.
You gotta-
Eggle and his little egg poo-poos.
Yeah. Because I'm interested in seeing if anyone knows about that, but also I'm wary of leaving him alone, and I also need to keep him warm. So,
Mhm.
all of the above.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Can we go find Bayshore, guys? Wait, is she's still downstairs, right?
Yeah.
I just left. I didn't say where I was going.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm hungry anyway.
I'm assuming Beisher will eat.
Yeah,
Yes.
she'll have gone to do something.
mhm.
Where did Amber? Where did you say you wanted to go? Was it the chicken place?
Screaming
Screaming
chicken.
Chicken?
Okay, all right, we'll do that.
Absolutely.
We'll do that. Have you
Good.
got your map?
Do I? That's yes. Yes, I do. It's in my house.
Yes, you do. Okay, cool. Right,
Mhm.
shall we, guys? Let's have a day on the town, I suppose.
Yep. Oh, day drinking, lads.
Yeah.
We're working.
Lads. Yeah. As Eric said, it's always a safe bet if she has wandered off without anything specific to do. It's probably looking for. You guys know her well enough to not have to roll or figure out where she is. Y'all can guess. Yeah.
Bayshore senses are tingling.
You're aware there's like a tray next to her, but there's no food on it. That's what she was eating.
Just cream.
She's just and you've never seen it before, but she has that absolutely pied themselves. Like they're
Like-
just brimming with
Eyes glazed over.
Yeah.
just
One blinking faster than the other.
But pupils, you know, like she's consumed a lot of sugar. It's like that sluggish but like vibrating with sugar. Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. What y'all doing?
Let's go. Let's pry Beisher out of her chair and let's go adventuring.
Yeah, I think so. I'll be sure to kind of give a super professional but also jovial wave at the guy at the desk. Like,
Gives you one back.
yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah, it's super professional.
So
Mhm.
Bye. See you later.
Finger guns you on your way out the door.
Yeah.
Still grab cakes as I go.
Yeah.
yeah.
Where's
It's like when you're stay. You know, like when you're and the hotel is put on like a buffet, and you're like, "Oh, you can eat
Oh.
buffet," you say.
Mm-hmm,
Just
Oh,
I'll
really?
take these,
The
thank
chef
you.
would-
Challenge? Oh,
Wrap it up in napkins, you know, and just take it with.
Oh my god. That reminds me, by
Napkins.
the way. Fun fact. Too long for it to be acceptable. I found a big old bunch of pain chocolat from Dragon Meat in my bag. I was like, oh no.
Gross.
I know.
Funny.
Legend.
That's
Shit.
really funny.
Support question. Did you try?
No, they were like.
The cream. No, wait, that's the wrong thing.
No.
no,
It's like
chocolate.
2 months later, so
Yeah. It was like the insole of a child's shoe. That's what it was like. It's real bad.
Ew. Awful.
It's a very specific thing.
caramel chocolate, anyone?
No,
Bring
never
it.
Amazing.
Right.
Caramel chocolate.
Pain of chocolate. Right.
That was
Off
bad.
you pop. Yeah, you guys head on out into the streets. The pavements are wet just from the heavy rain that had been previously. No rain currently. It's got a chill to the wind still, as you're still in winter time. But the day's yours. Where are you heading?
Screaming chicken.
Amber, can we just have a quick look at your map? Okay, so which district are we in right now?
We are in
What
the.
straw?
Burst into barbarian rage
We're
there.
between
We've lost
Oh, for once, the DM is broken on Andrew.
We've lost the DM. She's gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My job.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
mhm.
You're not
We're
going
We're
to
between
she'll
the-
break any second now. There you go. There we go. It's happened again. start again.
Stop this now.
It's fine, carry on, I can still DM.
We're
Are you
between
sure?
the.
Carry
For the
on
love of
without
God!
me.
Just let Ness say a sentence. Let Ness speak.
Oh man. Come on, Jay. Go on.
Temple
Yeah.
district and political district.
Temple. Oh right. Okay. So that's where
This is where we are.
that's where we
Cool.
are. So we need to go. I like how I'm looking down like I have a map here. We need to go to
In
Food
character.
and Drink district. Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Well, I could have told you that. I was looking at the map. I'm a specialist now. This is my jam.
Yeah, so your options are return to the merchant district right in the center, or cut through the temple district. You kind of have two quite obvious routes. Depends whether you want to go real direct or main road.
How hungry are we, guys? Got time to see the sights?
Yeah, I could hold on.
Let's go that way then.
Yeah.
I very nearly broke it. It's almost there.
It's okay.
It's
we're fine.
powerful.
It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're cutting through temple district then.
Mm.
Cutting through.
I'm
Sounds
interested
like.
to see if there's a place for my girl, Umberly.
My girl.
So while you head through the district, can you guys roll perception for me?
Can I roll a religion? Wait.
You
Okay,
can
we
roll
do
religion
perception.
after. Yeah. Roll perception first to see, and then questions you can roll religion.
Okay, cool.
Hmm,
I'm okay with this.
I'm not. It was not a 1, so I'm okay with that.
Ishra.
Natural one. I'm just like tripping balls.
Which seems yeah.
Yeah.
You're smelling colors right now. And it's temples. You could give a fuck. Like, you're just not, it's just big
I'm
stone
just-
buildings to you.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
whatever.
totally just set on the screaming chicken thing. Like, so I'm actually like chatting away. I'm like, why is this place that we're going to called Screaming Chickens? Chickens do they scream? Have you ever seen a chicken scream? I've never seen a chicken scream. Why do they call taverns what they're meant to be? Just call it a tavern, then that's the way everyone know what it is. I don't understand why. And it's like,
Which is fascinating for you guys because it's easily
Never
the
seen her
most
do this.
she said, like, in her life.
Oh, very good. That was very good.
Yeah.
That was
Well
impressive, thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Amber,
14.
Eric,
11.
and Stipo.
Also 14.
Okay. Yeah, it's alright. You can see a range of temples as you pass. You get the impression that you're not all of them,
Mhm.
as it's an entire district devoted to the temples. Because people generally in Rumark are very devout's not necessarily the right word, but it's got a feel more akin to ancient Egypt in that you have like this big pantheon and people will casual everyday worship of whatever god is
Yeah.
necessary for the current task that they're doing. Some have some that they favor more than others, but religious worship is commonplace.
Okay.
So you see one when you first cross in that appears to have a blooming rose with some like bales of wheat around it. You can see that has a coin on it with a face. Some of you may recognize that. Calvard. You can see. You then cross over the street, going down another small street because you're taking the most direct route that you can. One that just has a white gauntlet. And also, as you're coming out of the district, there's one either side of the road, and they both look quite dramatic in their appearance. One's emblem is like 3 lightning bolts all coming out from the same center point.
Mhm.
And then another one which seems to have dual action as their symbol.
Dual action
Cool.
what, sorry?
Dual action waves, so like one goes
Oh,
left.
right, okay.
dual action.
Yeah. Yeah. You cross that. You can see those emblems on the outside. They don't so and so. It's not like going down the Vegas Strip where everyone's got a flashy name on the outside. But they have like the symbols of the gods on the outside, and the building, the masonry changes slightly with the feel of whoever it is that is within there.
Okay.
So it's up to you guys if you want to look for some. I'm not going to make you roll for this one, Skip, because she or girl, the one with the 2 waves, is in fact the.
Ooh.
It seems sensible that a large city which has docks and is on
Yeah,
the
it's
seaside
like on
is
the
going to have a temple to her, but
That's what I was thinking.
yeah. But it's up to you guys if you want to figure any others out. But that is what you pass as you're walking through doing tourist montage of looking at all the interesting, like Ember looking at her map and then them being like, no, no, and turning it around and she's looking at it.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
So I'll notice that the Umberley Temple is there, but I'll just kind of be like, good to know, cool. Maybe go by later, but we're okay for now.
Yeah.
Praise be unto her.
Praise be. Yeah, so you cross over that and get into an area which is definitely your food and drink district. It's kind of like I don't know if you guys have been to some of the major continental European cities, so I'm thinking Bruges or Paris or cities like that, where you definitely are in a region that is like foodie and puppy. You know, there's a lot of establishments that seem to be popping up, and people sitting out in the street on one. It's like heavily covered, but it's open to the elements. Looking at your map, you can figure out where the 4 main focal points or drinks were notified to you, and also the 2 eateries.
Screaming chicken.
Screaming chicken. Number 4.
Number 4.
Does it look like I mean, obviously it's been raining recently, but is it kind of flooded here or anything, or are there big puddles?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's definitely there's some puddles going on here and there. It's a city that, being the size that it is, and living next to the sea, they've got enough sense in how they construct the city to have really good ways of the water runoff going straight into the river. And there's various little channels here and there that
very
seems
efficient.
Yeah. Like so it doesn't look like anywhere is being flooded, and it's away enough from the river. It's the open part is going to where the sea is rather than the river.
Okay, got you. I was just honestly curious because I didn't want it to hamper the potential for alfresco dining. So that's all.
There's yeah. I mean, there is that open part to one of the establishments for alfresco. But it's covered should it start raining, you know? You can still be al fresco whilst covered from rain. It's excellent.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
We're on the same page.
Well, I mean, it's a screaming chicken, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
I like to think I already started walking that way anyway, but...
Yeah.
Probably.
So you can see, know the rough area to, and it doesn't take terribly long once you get on the street to figure out which one it is. There's one building that has been painted with, it's got like wooden slats to part of it, so there's stone at the bottom of the building and slate on the roof, but there's wood paneling around it. And it's been painted red, orange, and yellow in stripes all the way around. But like a deep orange, like a terracotta kind of, you know, it's got a nice I guess it's like the colors you would imagine like a Spanish themed or Mexican themed restaurant.
Okay, yeah. I can see the like swatches now.
Yes.
In my head.
Visiting it, yeah. I'm all about that sensory, you know, putting you in the zone. So you can see that they do not have like a verbal in like common speech, the screaming chicken. However, the sign is a wooden slat that has like a chicken that looks like it's like It looks like it's screaming. Its eyes are slightly bulged.
Is it like that dog toy that was that meme
I was
for a
just
while?
about to say.
A little bit, yeah. Screaming chicken.
Cute.
You can hear, even though it's like, it's probably about 12ish now, after the baths and stuff. Even still, there's hustle and bustle and chatter and laughter coming from within.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Ember, Eric,
Do it.
Bishop?
I'm ready.
Go.
I fold away my map really nice and neatly into one of my pouches.
Okay.
I'm sure you
keep
struggled
clear.
with it because maps are a bitch to fold. Just
Maps
picture-
are a
Probably,
bit
yeah.
to fold. As a
Do
geography
dexterity
teacher, I can. Yeah, sleight of hand.
Just give up and crumple it.
Yeah.
Lead the way,
I'm
please,
just gonna
guys.
open up my roll 20 second change music. However, when you enter, you can see it is busy. It's not totally rammed. There's still plenty space for you guys to pick out somewhere to sit. And it's it's warm in here, but not like a muggy, stuffy kind of warm, because they've got a couple of the windows open just to let out the humidity of people indoors. But it's nice. It's got a good atmosphere. There's people chatting and laughing, drinks going around. There's a bar staff walking about and doing a bit of table service here and there. And you can indeed see a rather larger-than-life Dragonborn behind the bar. And you can see, because Dragonborn generally are quite tall,
Yeah.
quite big built, so he is hard to miss. Chatting, and he's like that big kind of like hearty, deep laugh.
That cool guy.
Yeah,
Mhm,
around the back of the
mhm.
bar. I'm just gonna see if I can.
Do, 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 do,
Yeah.
do, do, do,
Is it
do.
last? Yeah.
There it is.
There we go.
There's our jam.
I love it so much.
Me too. That's why I was like, screw it. I'm opening roll 20. It demands me.
Okay.
So yes, you see hustle, bustle. There's room enough for you guys to pick out a seat. You can either sit near one of the windows, you can sit closer to the bar, or there's like a row of booth seating towards the right-hand wall, if you prefer.
Windows, people
Win-
watching.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Watch it.
There's a wealth of people to watch.
Should we grab a
Quite
seat, guys?
the quite the mix.
Should we get a
Alright.
booth?
Yeah.
All right, you guys head over to a booth, and it's one of those booths that, rather than like two rows that are facing each other, shape of, so you'll
Oh, it
kind
was
of
like a circle one.
shuffle
Okay.
your way in. Yeah, shuffle where you're in. It's comfortable.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So that weird like dimpled leather on the seats, because I hate
Yeah.
that. Ugh. Don't get me started
Yeah,
on
don't
dimpled
get the
leather.
point of that.
You have such peculiar hatred for things.
Yeah.
I hate it though.
But don't you hate it though? I mean, you can understand. I mean, most people.
It's just a bit warty. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you find your seat.
Is there a menu, anything like that? Like a special board, maybe?
Not necessarily. There's a board up off to one side of the bar that seems to have various foods that are on offer rather than the drinks.
We should go and ask, probably.
Yeah.
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 Eric will take the lead on this one.
After you.
All right.
He wants a drink.
Oh.
Okay.
I
He
kind
kinda
of want to get a feel of the room, so I'm going to sit back for a bit. But after you, please, Eric.
Yeah. Who are you going towards? There is the large dragonborn who's kind of center of the bar. He's like casually chatting to one, maybe local, you're not sure, just kind of sitting at the bar having a news between him. A bar woman who's human, possibly in her mid-50s. And then there's a dwarven male who's over, like, stacking some of the glasses and kind of sorting some stuff out towards the back.
I will head up to who looks most like those.
Like the what?
Who looks less busy?
between the human barmaids and the dragonborn are speaking to each other in the local, so they're about as unbusy as each other, basically.
I'll just go over
The
to
dwarven
them.
guy looks busy. Okay. They kind of both give you a nod of the head and a smile. Greetings, haven't seen you around town.
Oh, just got here, and would very much like a pint of your finest ale.
What kind of ale would you like?
What have you got?
Oh, well, we have one of the finest dwarven ales I have ever tasted. We also have a range of 2 different types of porter. One of them has a nice coffee flavor to it. Got a red ale from up in Jadrin. Not too bad if you're into that kind of thing. Kind of has a almost sweet and sourish taste to it. And then a couple of light ales.
Try your coffee tasting porter. That sounds like a good
Sounds
shout.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
you got, what have you- Eric squints at the board in a thoughtful manner.
There appears to be 2 types of stew. There's like Helena's favorite beef stew. There is a chicken a chicken stew that kind of has like a picture. It's like got a picture of some of the vegetable use, so the carrots and like a bell pepper and stuff. And it says full of flavor, must try. There is 3 different options depending on what you fancy for various meats, cheese, and pickles platters. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So
There's-
hungry.
I know.
Seafood platter, and it says excellent value, and it's showing like this plate that is just like stacked, but just on the picture, so it's hard to tell. And then there's like underneath is like your regular items or side items, which just it's got 2 types of bread, so it's got like a rye bread and a regular like a brown loaf. There is a plate of pickles if you're interested in it. You can get a plate of herby potatoes, and then it just says underneath eggs, and the eggs are written in like a slightly different font from the rest of it, so who knows what that's about. But that's what you see on the menu board.
I'll have meat, cheese, and pickles, and whatever rest of my party are getting is on me.
Noted. How
Oh,
very
wow.
generous.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can, guys.
I like Clean Eric. He's nice.
Clean Eric.
He's washed the sin from himself.
So he kind of raises himself slightly, see you all, and says, "What for the rest of you?"
Well, I 100% want the red ale that you were talking about. Sounds amazing. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I will have all of your meats and cheeses, and also the plate of pickles, because I'm feeling that way.
You feeling pickles? This
We
time?
will sate all of those needs quite suitably for you. Noted. And he kind of
I fucking love a pickle.
scribble
guys,
of these
just
I
are
love a
amazing.
pickle.
Love a pickle.
Mhm.
I'll have the cheese and meat platter too, and just any old ale is fine for me because I'm like, I don't really know that well.
What about a red ale to match your hair?
Ah, okay.
Mm.
Like I kind of a little bit embarrassed. I'm like, oh, you mentioned my hair? Okay.
Gives you a big toothy grin, big dragon.
Yeah.
And
great.
you, my dear. And he looks to Beshra.
Sugar?
Sugar. Scratches an imaginary, not able to grow beard. I'll see what I can come up with.
Sugar.
Ooh.
Sugar.
says that.
If that is all, you may go and take your seat. To you.
Do we know his name? Ask his name. Sorry, hi. Didn't introduce myself.
Hello.
I'm Skip.
Name is
like-
Navroth.
Navra.
He gives you like a gracious bow.
I appreciate your knowledge of beers and ales and pickles.
I wouldn't be in this business if I didn't think.
He speaks
Can I get?
kind of weird, but I'm into it. Skip's like,
Yeah.
I don't understand what this is, but I like
It's
it.
one of those people who is like, oh, hard to place accent. Like when someone's traveling quite a bit.
Yeah.
Roll a perception for me, everyone.
Okay.
It's not necessarily something you would look for, but I want to see if anyone notices the feature.
Okay.
Beishra.
Get our headphones off.
Yeah.
Oh.
I rolled a 19 for perception.
19, good. Eric,
15.
15, and Skibo.
21.
Nice.
Ooh.
Did Beishra roll?
Sorry, I had
Sorry.
someone at the door.
That's okay. Just a perception.
Just perception. But, fuck, a 13.
Okay. I'd say anyone 18 and above, you notice it's kind of hard to tell because the entire town has like a smell of busy, bustling city, and you're clearly near the sea. But there's definitely from him emanating just a smell of like sea foam.
Oh,
It's
cute.
really interesting.
That's cute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did you say his name was again? Sorry. I didn't go catch that.
Navros.
Navroth. TH.
I was thinking it was
Navroth.
Davros, basically. with an
Yeah.
N.
yeah. Navroth.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of got the smell of the surf on him.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Nope. That's salty Nick. Never mind. As you were.
I love that things like that still come back. You're like, oh wait, no, that's my previous guy.
Different character from before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're free to return to your seats while your food is prepared for you.
Delightful. Do we have our drinks? Right.
Those were brought over first without too much delay. The human woman comes over and places each of your drinks down. They've put them into like these kind of lovely flagons that have along the bottom part of it like a wave design on the outside, and it's like a metal. It's like a pewter kind of tankard.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Eric begins drinking.
Decent amount of beer, and it does taste pretty darn good. What is brought over for Beishra is a water that has straight up sugar and some honey and then like golden syrup all mixed in together, heated up slightly, and then presented to you in a glass.
Sounds gross, but Beishra loves it.
Yeah. It's just warm, really sugary, sweet water.
That sounds horrendous. My teeth are like hurting thinking about
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she asked for.
As long as Gracious.
Exactly. That's true. That is true.
Just straight up sugar in liquid form.
Mm-hmm. And a little
Without
hummingbird.
giving her an actual just glass full of golden syrup. They've at least facilitated some with water.
Yep. She is, in fact, just a very large hummingbird.
Just
Oh, yeah.
real large hummingbird, yeah. Yeah. Anyone want to do anything or say anything generally while you wait for your food?
Are we by the window?
You are not really too close to a window. You're not far off. Like you can kind of see out the window, just not great detail. You guys sat in the booth.
Okay. Oh, no, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Are there any bar games happening? I know it's gonna be a middle afternoon and it's a bit weird, but
Yeah.
happen.
Not at first glance. You can certainly roll investigate.
sure, I do.
Based on what's around you.
9.
Not really.
Okay.
People mostly seem just to be chatting, gossiping, laughing, general
Merriment.
socialness without gambling going on.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I would like, because I'm so good at them previously, I think I would like to challenge Eric
Mhm.
to. Oh my god. Arm wrestling. That's the word. I'm not tired at all. Arm
That was the
wrestling.
most
Yeah.
Ember train of thought I've ever heard.
Oh my god, I know.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, then.
Because last time I did skip, I almost beat him, which is.
You did. That was really entertaining.
Yeah.
Sure. You
I'll
want to
beat
do best
Eric
of
this
3?
Heck yeah. That's if you're up for it, Eric. While we wait for our food.
Eric takes a swig and carefully sets it down. He's like, all right then.
Whee! Boom. Sure. Take it in turns. Roll initiative to see who gets to roll first. Curiosity. What did Ember get?
A 2.
What did Eric get?
19.
Yeah. All right.
Look at
Eric,
this
you're
one.
rolling first out of all these rolls. What'd you
Okay.
get? Just roll it and add strength.
6.
Okay, Ember.
Oh my god, I rolled a 6. But what's my strat? 7.
Cool.
Oh, she beats you. Only just.
Damn.
Sure. Roll again, Eric.
11.
Ember.
Oh my god, I rolled 11! So 12. How weird.
Just go easy
Again,
on me.
just narrowly beat him. Yep.
Skip's like, this is embarrassing, Eric.
Yeah.
Just...
Here, shut up, Skip. I almost beat you.
I'm
I got them guns, yo.
I'm
Who's got the
quick
guns
fire.
now?
You're like
Oh,
noodle
that's-
armed. This is
I
ridiculous.
know, I know.
Do you want to roll again then, Eric?
Yeah. 17. Yeah.
Nerd, watch her roll an 18.
Fastest 3, technically I've already. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, she's already won, but the DM forgot.
Oh,
No, it's just a
10.
Oh.
My noodly arms have gotten
More
noodly.
noodly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, overall of the 3 rounds, Ember won. Yep.
Congrats.
Thank you.
As it happens, and you can see a few people who were nearby were kind of like casually laughing about it.
Yeah.
Your food is brought out to you, and it is delightful. It is delightful.
Yes.
And yeah, it's like 5 different types of meat, all like beautifully thinly sliced
Oh.
and like folded over itself to make like wave patterns with the meat. You get a selection of cheeses. There's about 5 of them. A couple smoked varieties, a more mild variety, and various cheddars. And
Very
you
nice.
get like on the side there's a couple pickles. So there's kind of got that, you know, that weird like piccalilli stuff, kind of like that. And then there's like caramelized onion type pickle, and then a more tomato based one, and then just like a little basket of bread for the table for you all.
Mhm.
And then on top of the various cheese and meat platters, Skip gets a bowl that has various pickles in it. So there's like gherkin-y type like pickles. There's pickled onions, there's some pickled beetroot, that kind of thing. So it's just like a range of pickle accoutrements
Oh,
for.
God, it's making me so hungry.
Yeah.
Starving.
And then Beishra gets this platter of it's like the sugar mice, but it's like 3 different types of fish. So there's like a little shark, and then there's a little fish that's like orange sugar, and then there's a dolphin shape, and
So
it's like
cute.
little, yeah.
This place is delightful. I love
They
it.
just give you it's like the impression you get is when you go to like just like a carvery, and they've got like the children's menu, and this is like the children's food, and when you get those little ice creams that's like the face of a clown. You remember
Oh,
those?
God,
Yeah.
One eye that's like
With
down
a
here.
bubble gum in it. Yeah.
One
It's kind of like the children's dessert option for Beishra.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you guys are served up.
Don't even stop to notice that it's animals. It just goes in.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh no, orange sugar. She's gonna be high.
It's better
It's
than
gonna
blue
crash
sugar.
at one
Sits-
point though.
See, so many yieldy numbers.
The old numbers. It's true. DM, chat is asking, is it just like old world foods? I know you mentioned there were potatoes involved, like kind of cheesy potatoes, did you say?
No, it was Herbie potatoes.
Oh.
So they've been
I
like,
just
it's like
assumed
new
it was cheesy
potatoes.
potatoes.
No, new potatoes that have been cooked with some like butter and like parsley, like
Okay.
herbs. You know, little Herbie potatoes.
Delightful.
We didn't order none of that.
Yeah.
Sophisticated.
Other than the sugary items, yeah. It's
Mm.
pretty old
Okay.
food.
But to answer the actual question, in a
Yes.
recent game we had like pumpkin spice lattes, so no. Not at all.
It's our version of it, damn it.
Yeah.
But that's because you had a cantrip that made everything taste like pumpkin spice.
I did, and I used it, and
Still
it was
do?
great. No, I don't.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
just
no,
a
no,
one-off.
those were the crystal. It's the items
Yeah.
and stuff.
Sadly.
Yeah.
It's okay though. It's fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Eric making everyone sing heartfelt changes.
Yeah. That was good. Good times. So yes, you are well fed. The atmosphere is like it's pretty nice. It's warm, it's nice. It's
Yeah.
not rowdy yet by any means. So you're not sure if that is something evening, or,
Mm.
you know.
I mean, we could maybe come back later for the nightlife, guys. Like, you know, see how the town is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to, anyway. I like it here.
And go dancing. That'll be good. Yeah. Go
Should be
dancing like the
dancing.
youths.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Eric will be the designated driver, except he'll be drunk.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The drunk
Good and
and
safe.
designated drunk.
Good and safe.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
Any more? Are we leaving here now? That's what we're doing. Sorry.
No.
Any more drinks? I'll go get them. I'll go get them.
yeah. I'll have a portrait this time. Thanks.
Tell to add it to my tab, Amber. I'll get lunch.
Aw, thanks.
Is there a
Alright.
smile there, Eric? Skip looks
Rub it in
No,
Yes.
intensely.
he said it with a deadpan
Mm,
expression.
We know deep down he's smiling
yeah, for sure.
behind
Very
his top
deep.
layer.
It's true.
Thanks for the 50 bits, Rebuka.
Thank you,
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
Babe. Right.
I know he is.
Let's drink this imaginary porter. Come on.
No, I want to go speak to.
Fine, go do it then.
Not Rob. Look, you're
Let's
rushing
go
me.
flirt with the dragon.
Yeah. he said I had red hair, even though it's like just an observation. But I'm like, you noticed my hair? Oh,
I
Yeah.
acknowledge my
Yeah.
existence.
I'm in love. Marry me.
Okay.
What do I
Right, so
say?
who's going up to the bar? Is it Ember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting patiently for him to come over.
Yeah. While you're waiting, roll perception check for me.
Well, it's
Not
over
bad.
10.
You don't notice.
No! Is he secretly a drug dealer?
Mm?
Is he secretly
No.
a drug dealer?
Eventually,
Weird
I hope the food and drink is everything you could want.
Oh, it was delightful. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
What can I get for
yeah,
you now?
we're doing drinks. Just 3 the same. I know that's not what you ordered, but I'm panicking.
Smooth.
As you wish.
3. Wait, yeah, 4. 1 for Beisha, the sugar drink again, please. Yeah.
Did she like it?
Loved it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good,
I
good.
think, yeah.
Hard to tell. He says, right, it will be brought over to you, added to the tab.
Yeah. We've got our lovely Eric over there is paying for it.
Very kind of him.
I'm just like staring gormlessly at him at this point. I'm trying to have a conversation, but I don't know what to say to him. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty fascinating looking. He's kind of got a sort of browny gold. Like, it's not like a bright gold. It's a more ruddy kind of color, and it sort of fades into almost like a teal color at the tips. And he's got like little parts that are almost like finned in a way, you know, like this like membrane between
Oh.
it's interesting looking. Yeah, he's a fancy man. So he says, right.
I'm gonna straight up say to him, we're just gonna
Yeah.
be like, "You're really nice looking," but I don't mean it in like how you're good looking, just like you're really nice to look at, kind of thing.
Do you say that entire sentence to him?
Yeah.
He grins
I mean,
at
you're
first,
good
and then he
looking
kind of does like a
too,
smile, and he's like, "Okay, I'll take it."
Wow.
Says, "You're rather fascinating looking."
Mhm.
I immediately walk away at that point because there's no else to do. I'm talking to the guy.
They walk away backwards.
Yeah. like,
Just as like a game glitch where you're meant to be walking, floating across the ground. Like,
yeah.
It's so awkward. I love
I
it.
immediately move back. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. So I come back to guys, sit down with no drinks. I'm just sitting there, like with a massive smile on my face. So obviously.
Skip turns to Amber and just like, did you go for drinks? What?
Ah, shit.
As she says that, the dwarven man kind of comes, gives a casual nod, and sort of offloads another round of drinks.
Amber, what the
Okay.
hell is this? I asked for a porter.
Oh.
Eric swaps his own porter for Skip.
I ordered the same. Or is that what you ordered before? Okay. I just said 4 the same. 3 the same. Oh, so sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh.
It's fine.
Eric will give Skip his porter and take the red ale
Thanks, Eric.
because he wants to
That'd be
sample the.
super cute today, Eric.
Yeah.
I really
Who
appreciate
is she?
this.
I like
Who
it.
is she?
This is totally mercenary this time. He just wanted to try another beer.
And it's nice. It's good. It's quite it's light and refreshing on the palate after the porter.
Mm.
So it's
Wonderful.
pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm trying to counterbalance like basically all of the vinegar that I just ate. I'm trying to,
Mm.
yeah.
And like after eating vinegar, because me personally as Emma,
You what? Sorry.
I find red ales quite vinegary.
Oh yeah.
They're a bit
Mm.
sour. Anyway,
Teared.
you are served your next round of drinks, and left to enjoy yourselves. Who has what's everyone's passive perception? I still don't have a note of it at the back of my laptop.
11 for myself.
Do you want an order or no?
Just call them out. I'll figure it out.
Mine's 12.
I haven't written down.
I believe yours is 13, Andrew.
Yes, that was it. Yes.
I'm 14.
Okay.
And Kason is 10.
Oh, snack.
Thankfully, Eric is high enough because Beisha would notice that there's something on the wall but can't read. So would just see a picture, quite an interesting, colourful poster with some pictures on it. Eric, however, can talk, and his is high enough to notice. There appears to be a poster up, sort of on your way in and out the door, like it's the sort of like the entrance way to the place. You can see it on your way in and out of the pub. That is saying that there's entertainment on tonight. A magician. And so it's got the various like imagery you would associate with a magician up around the back. And it says Paul Smith in town 2 nights only.
Wait. His name is Paul Smith,
happening.
Yeah.
and he's a magician.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
You heard right. And with that, we're gonna go break, everyone.
I'm
See you in
so
a bit,
excited. I'm so excited. Right, okay, see you. Hi guys, we're back playing D&D.
Hello, it's do time. I hope you all had a restful break as we did.
It was not
Yeah,
restful. It was
jumping back into.
shouting,
I know.
fighting.
Yeah.
I came up to Aberdeen, just beat some folk.
Yeah.
Fight and
A
talk.
bunch of alley cats fighting in the street, and
Yeah.
it was great.
It was basically West Side Story. Anyway, let's do it.
We have no announcements for our post-break chat like we normally do. We're just gonna jump straight in. Yeah, you guys had a delightful time in the Screaming Chicken Tavern. Had a bit of day drinking, some like a really decent platter of meats and cheese and pickles, squadgles, exactly. You feel satiated, and on your way out to see what else the town has to offer, and any other such things you wish to do, Eric. Technically, Bayshore notices as well, but Bayshore can't read. So you see that it's a pretty interesting looking imagery that you can see. There's a guy kind of like holding his hands like this, and there's a dove in his hands.
Does he have a like shit beard?
Yeah, it's like the really well like.
Yeah, no, like if a child was going to draw a magician. That's what it would look like.
He's got like an interesting goatee. I was gonna say well manicured, and that's not what I mean, but you know what I mean.
Well
Really well groomed.
Pedicured.
Little like
Not pedicured.
Yeah, there's a word for it.
Oh,
But it's there, and he looks interesting. And it is for Paul Smith, magician extraordinaire, who is in town for 2 nights only. And you can tell from the bottom that it appears to be like tour dates.
I totally have the image in my head of Will Arnett from
Oh my god.
Arrested Development.
Yes.
True. I hadn't necessarily put a proper face to him yet, but that is beyond perfect for what I had in mind for this guy.
Good.
I actually have him a bit more like John Waters, so he's kind of like if John Waters and Will Arnett had a baby. That's what this guy looks like.
That is a niche description, but I get it.
Neat.
Yep.
Yeah. And yet, you all have that picture in your head now, so here we are. You're welcome.
I don't know who anyone is.
Let's go with it.
Fine. So yes, that is what he looks like. You notice that poster on your way out. You're back in the streets again, making your way downtown, if you will.
We are downtown. What are you talking about? We're here.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What are we fancying, lads and ladettes?
Should we go shopping? See, Skip is so torn because he's loving being in the big city because he's so rarely here and, this and that. But also there's like, oh shit, we are kind of on a mission, but we're committing to this. We're here for the day. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. It is worth noting. Who did I? Yep, it's that one. Sorry, the train of thought there.
You're breaking up a bit, Anna. Sorry.
Roll on a sting table. Sorry, the cat just decided it was time for her to say hello, Molly.
Hello, Molly.
Hi, Molly. Hello, baby.
Oh,
Get out of here, Molly. Get out of here.
No, be nice to Molly.
Just cat face. Yeah. I made them roll on a table of random people in the world. Yeah. Random people in the world and a possible connection. And there was one connection that you guys knew of that I made you roll, and then I rolled 2 for each of you. Eric, in this town, there is a cleric of Bahamut, no less, who owes you a favor.
Excellent.
You know that in this town. You've not necessarily been here before. It's probably that you've encountered him elsewhere, but you're aware that this is his home base. And he owes you a favor for something that you helped him out with. Just as an aside. I had it noted down on the other page of my things that are going on in Midvar. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to say that. So yes, you there's city busyness. It's up to you guys if you want to do various looking around. You know that you've got somewhere to stay for tonight, and it is totally up to you guys and how you feel. Probably how your supervisor feels about spending time here in the city. As you say, Skip's probably quite torn. So.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, we're definitely here for the night, so let's make the most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yes.
It's not been an easy road at times, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else, Eric doesn't smell like death anymore, so, you know, it's a trip well
you're
made.
no rose garden yourself.
I apparently smell Chanel number 5, so yeah.
Was not always.
Yep.
What was in the center merchant bit?
That is where you have the various shops where you can buy things.
Oh, did I pay the bar tab?
No.
Shit.
No, you didn't.
Quick, go back.
Right, before we left, yeah, let's.
You're in the doorway. You haven't necessarily like wandered off down the street because you've only just seen the poster and haven't told them about it yet. So I'm assuming you're kind of havering at the door.
Yeah.
That's great.
So Eric goes, "Fuck," and runs back to the bar to pay.
Okay. He gives you a big smile and he says, "For the entirety, there'll be 4 gold."
I give over 5.
Okay. It's pretty reasonable for all things considered.
Yeah.
I like to think I did like a little glance back and like a bye.
He sees you and gives you this big, like, toothy dragon grin.
Ugh.
He takes your money, gives you a gracious nod of the head. Hopefully see you again. You in town for a while?
Just really the day and the night, but it's all that much about your magician.
Yeah. Tonight's the first night, so we'll see what he has to offer.
Don't
We often
sound
put
entirely
on
convinced.
entertainments in the evening.
Well, I think we might try and swing by for that. But
Would love
anyway,
to see you
my
here.
pleasure.
And you.
Eric bows respect.
He gives you a bow.
And
I really want to come back for this later.
I'm so excited. Yeah. Just me. Ember probably like, meh.
You might see your fancy man again.
That-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fancy man. Yeah, but no.
I mean, yeah, I could go back. Whatever.
I mean, if I have.
I mean, if you're
to,
going anyway.
I mean, I will come
Don't-
along. I will join you guys. It's fine.
It's just whatever, you know?
Mhm.
Skip
Yes.
takes the Bayshore and is like, "Do you want to see the magician? Have you seen a magician?
What?
Are you familiar
What?
with what a magician is?
What?
What? Cool. It's gonna be an experience.
Mm.
You're gonna be so unimpressed, and I can't wait."
Yeah.
Whereas Skip's going to be so impressed.
Oh, yeah,
He's gonna be
Skip's
right
into
into it.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right, you guys are off. You have the town in front of you. What do you want to do?
Find the next pub. I mean, something not alcoholic.
I don't know about you, boss, but I wouldn't mind having a look around the shop. Not just to have a look.
They might have some fun hats.
That's how it always starts. It's just to have a look. And before you
I mean,
know
yeah.
it, Cartian, a whole plethora of
You can hold our bags, Eric.
No,
Yeah.
not enough of that over the
I don't think it'll be strong enough.
You're like, waving
Listen
your
here, you little
arms.
shit.
William!
Right, that is the last time I...
Shots
To
fired.
like the wave.
Little arms for the win.
Shite.
Also,
Yes.
I am quite serious about potentially seeing like a pet shop or something about this egg situation. So I'll be on the lookout for that.
yeah.
And a new hat.
Obviously.
You left your fancy
Obviously.
hat behind, so...
Well, I left it behind on purpose. So,
So a fancier one could take its place.
well, see, I'm so torn because I want all of the hats, but I also don't want them to get damaged. So we'll have to see. It'll
Look
be
for a
situational.
practical hat. Get some sort of, like, practical
What's
leather...
the point in having a practical hat?
Could be a
Absolutely not.
cowboy. Yieldy cowboy.
I I do have a dented sheriff's badge, which is my favorite thing in the world, and I also
Yeah.
do have my bolo, so I would quite like a cowboy hat.
Yeah, it would suit you. Mustang Sally.
Yes.
It's about as cowboy as you're gonna get. You guys set off. You head down the city streets. It's definitely bustling now that it's the afternoon. Once you are out of the eateries district, you head into the merchant district, which is right at the heart of the city. There is various... Bunting's not the right word, because it's not necessarily festive, but just signage up. There's definitely, city colours going. It's nice, pale blues and silvers, and it looks nice. It's and there's quite a lot of... There's a few rows of streets surrounding this main central area, and right at the heart of it is a proper bustling market. It's not just like a square with 3 or 4 things. This is like,
like traders and
alleyways of yeah. This is full like Camden Market style.
Okay.
Busy marketplace here.
Okay. Works for me.
If you're looking for something specific, let me know what it is and roll an investigation check.
Hats and eggs.
Just a shop called Hats and Eggs.
That would be the dream.
Can it be a hat shop with eggs written aside at the bottom? In a
Slightly
red
different
for some
font.
reason?
Yeah.
No
It's just written
explanation.
everywhere over the city.
Yeah. Hats
Eggs.
and eggs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
Right, so Skip's looking for his hats and eggs.
Skip.
Um,
No, sorry. Sure.
Anyone else looking for anything specific, or are you just perusing, generally having a shifty about?
I'm just-
We'll have a general skek
Mhm.
area.
Stop trying to make skek happen.
About making it happen. It's my heritage.
Yeah. Anyone else looking for something specific, or shall I just go straight to...
Not really, no. I'm
No.
just gonna have a look around to see if there's anything fancy, but other than that, no.
Just people watch.
Mhm.
Okay. So, spatial roll of perception for me. Skip,
Oh.
what did you get for your investigation?
18.
Okay. You don't necessarily see a there's no pet shop necessarily. Everything seems fairly practical.
Mhm.
There is
No frivolous pets. Yeah.
frivolous. You see there are 2 shops that appear to sell more magically inclined items. One's called the Adept Pigeon, and it has a pigeon that has like wizard robes on. It's delightful. And then another one called Isazira's Scrying Eye. It's hard to tell whether they're necessarily going to know what it is. And in terms of fancy hats, there's a place called Imaginit, like Knit, Imaginit, and it's like a clothier shop that has all manner of dressing styly things. Yeah, that is what you see.
Boo.
While you decide on what you want to go in and find, like, it's not even the worst of it, okay? I've not even seen the worst of it.
Yes.
That's a lie. There's like one more left that I haven't read out. But yeah, while you decide what, if any, of those things you would like to go in and visit, what did Petra get for his people watching?
Just a 9.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty interesting. There's just a lot of hustle and bustle, so there's no interesting behavior to be watching necessarily. But there's people from most walks of life. So it's more diverse, certainly, than Calford was.
Yeah.
And that's enough to keep you busy and interested.
Yeah.
Are there 2 roll of perception for me? I just want to see if anyone notices one last shot before I move on.
Natural 20. Oh, 21.
And Eric?
21.
Hey,
No.
ooh, look at you guys go.
Nice.
So you're not necessarily looking for anything specific. You guys are just kind of having a wander around, doing the whole like, oh, look at that, look at this, you know. You see a few things. There's like an armory shop, and a couple general goods stores. You do see that there is a shop that has like interesting knickknacks. It appears to be like an antique / furniture shop, you know, one of those like burnt ember style shops that just has all kind of fascinating things in it. And it's my last one, guys. It's called Back to the Fuchsia.
Yes.
And the sign is like written in like ye olde script that is the color fuchsia.
I like it.
Done
I
with
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're welcome.
No, I
You're
like
welcome,
it.
You're welcome. It seems like maybe one or two shop owners started along that route with naming their shops, and then it just kind of caught on, and everyone started doing it. But yes, there's all manner of things here. You guys also notice that a few. I mean, there's like general bustle of guards who walk around an area that's this populated, and certainly in this busy area where you might get pickpockets and what have you, shoplifters. A few of them have kind of congregated and seem to be speaking to each other in hushed and worried tones. With your really high rolls, you do notice that going on just at the edge of the market district. Skip, where are you? Where have you gone?
Adept pigeon first, please.
Okay.
For egg reasons.
Egg reasons in the adept pigeon. I mean, it seems appropriate, you know.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So you wander in, and it's unlike a lot of the other magic shops that you've seen that kind of has a lot of stuff and tables and shelves just full of interesting, fascinating objects and glowing things and potion bottles. This seems a bit more well ordered, and a lot of stuff is kept to the side area so that there's nothing that's going to get knocked over by anyone.
Okay.
It's got a wider shopper area in the middle for people. And there's
wider?
like two.
What?
A wider shopper area, like so for shoppers wandering around looking at things. It's not like you're moving in and
It's just
amongst
like the fat person
things.
section.
It's
That's where you go.
No, I just mean this shop is like open plan.
Okay, I get you. I
with
get
like
you.
space in the middle. Space in the middle.
I get you.
It appears to be on 2 tiers, so you've got like this first floor that you're on, and then there's 2 like small sets of stairs that are about 5 stairs each that lead up onto a second tier, but it's still open part of the one big main room.
Cute.
There's 2 other shoppers who are just casually looking at things. One seems to be looking through potions and picking them and looking at them like they're looking for something specific. The other is perusing some like the robes section, and then you can see what appears to be the owner upstairs, who is at a desk, who's picking up a few items and then scribbling something in a book. Who, when you enter, kind of stands and moves towards you, and you can see this appears to be like a really dark red, like a rust kind of color tiefling heading towards you.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. And he approaches and says, "Hello.
Hello.
May I be of service today?"
Yeah, actually, I was wondering if you could potentially help me out with something.
What is it that you are looking for?
I mean, I'll just lay it on the table. I have found I'm an adventurer. You can tell. I know, kind of a big deal.
I can
can see.
definitely tell from your attire, yes.
Yeah, and also you could probably tell from my attire I am not magically inclined. I
wouldn't wish to presume.
But here we are,
Translation.
so it's fine.
Hmm.
So yeah, on one of my adventures, I came across. Hang on 1 second. Let me like root about for egg. I pull out this egg. It doesn't appear to be of any bird or anything that I'm aware of. I was wondering if you might be able to help me. I don't know. If it's like a magical creature or something.
I could certainly inspect it for you.
That would be a great help. I'd be more than happy to pay you for your services.
If you feel so inclined. And
I
he kind
do.
of holds out a hand.
Mm.
He kind of has that like long fingernail. Like they're not like claws, but
Oh.
they're pointed. Like it's definitely he's on the definite heavy demonic side of tiefling,
Okay.
less human
It's
looking.
A fistful of coke nails. So-
Yeah, kind of.
The episode of The Simpsons, the Halloween one, the creepy Chinese curio man.
I always thought you were gonna go Devil
Ned Flanders.
Smithers there. Yeah. No, yeah. Ned.
Stupid
Devil
sexy
Ned.
Flanders.
Stupid sexy Flanders. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Still my favourite. Anyway. Please inspect this egg
so-
for me, good sir.
He takes the egg from you. He says, "I will just be a moment. Feel free to browse my wares."
I'm gonna look around for the most ornate, fancy thing I can see. I don't care what it does.
All right. He heads up the stairs and goes back to his desk and sits down and puts on a pair of, they're not quite like glasses, like spectacles, but they clearly have like a kind of like they're like prismatic
Okay, I'm
thing
with
that
you,
kind of
I'm with
slides
you.
over one eye and it's like doing things up on the top level. Roll an investigation for me.
Sure thing.
Mm.
14.
Okay. There's a few items that are definitely decorative and fancy looking. There's like these sets of, they're like little stands for things, be it like a crystal or a crystal ball or drift globes or like for sitting things in.
Okay, yeah.
Like display items, and they range in color and design. What are you doing, Cat? You're killing my buzz, Cat. Just try to clamber over things at the side and just generally making a nuisance of herself, as cats are wont to do. Yeah. So there's those kind of things. There are a range of robes, and that manner of decorative and fancy looking. In terms of items that seem of interest, you can see this real fancy looking orb of glass that's like hovering over something, and it's kind of like floating like that, and it seems to be changing between different colors. It's almost like a little mood light.
It's like a mood ring, basically.
More like mood light than
Goldie
mood ring,
Ray
because it's just as yeah, like a real slow disco orb.
Okay.
It's glowing, you know, and then there's like fancy looking wands and shit. So it depends on what you're looking for in terms
I want
of
to look at
fight.
wands, please.
Okay, there are a whole range of wands. Different kind of.
I have no idea what any of them do. It's not something that I'm really interested in, but I
Yeah.
appreciate them.
They look kind of cool.
Yeah.
They range in material. There's a couple that look more like metal, and one looks like it's just like a shard of glass, almost, that's letting off that kind of. It's not like emanating light. It's like that frost cold kind of haziness coming off of it, like it's like dry ice.
Cool.
Finger of dry ice. And a couple other things. So they look pretty cool. You wouldn't know what they do, but
That's fine. I'm just looking at them. I'm just kind of waiting.
yeah.
Waiting around.
Yeah.
Is Amber with me? I feel like she might like this shop.
They are
No.
busy. I'm gonna doodle-doo. Is Beisha doing anything?
No. No, not really. I kind of would have just like absolutely minded followed someone.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna roll a d6 and see who. 2. Vargas. So I'm there.
You kind of just wandered in, and it was one of those, like, you didn't necessarily walk in with him. You're aware that he went in there. You just kind of just ding and just kind of walked in.
Yeah.
Went off to the
I
side.
love
He
Beisha.
may or may not have noticed
magical
you.
people in here. Jesus.
Yeah. Yep.
Is there anything in jars?
There are a few jars. Yeah.
Like things inside, like like eyes?
No creatures necessarily. No, there's floating, interesting color. There's one jar that looks like it's full of nothing, but there's things floating in it. It doesn't look like there's a liquid in it. It's like they're floating within the air of this jar. Just little like crystal shards. One of them looks like, and the other one has like this weird husk of something. It's hard to place. So they are, but there's no like, eyeballs and
Yeah. We'll just be looking at the jars.
yeah. 2 seconds. Gonna go confiscate, like relegate a cat. out of
Forcibly
this room.
remove the
Yeah,
cat.
yeah.
Please don't chuck the cat.
Get a chance to look at what's in our background section now. Oh,
Oh,
god damn it.
yeah.
Oh,
Never
damn.
Uh, Shucks.
Damn
I
it.
can move.
Yeah, get out of the
That
way.
was
Want to see
that
your
was
shit.
super quick. That was a proper fling. That was just a.
We'll just through the window.
I stood up, and he already knew why I stood up and ran away. He was like, I wasn't doing nothing.
Boy cat knows.
Never take my laugh, pig.
So yeah, there's that sort really. Eric and Ember, what are you doing?
Well, I feel that these soldiers clubbed together is concerningly interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel I would wander over Ebengard badge prominent to see if I can lend aid.
Okay.
Eric's surprisingly generous today.
Yeah. As you approach, they are speaking in relatively hushed tones, and they kind of pause their talking and look as you approach. And one turns to you. Can I help you with anything?
Wonder if I could help you guys out. You seem pretty concerned. I'm a member of the Ebengard. Might be able to help you.
Well, we discuss many things of concern. It is our jobs, after all. Roll persuasion.
Oh shit! Here we go, guys. This is gonna be a disaster.
Can't wait. A+. Let's do it.
Although, no, but my persuasion isn't as bad as my normal -3 charisma, because I did do stuff to counteract that equation.
He's a special
10.
boy.
He just gives you a mild shrug of the shoulder. Well, obviously, if it were an Ebengard issue, a job would be posted to the wall.
Alright. See if I could help.
And the other one kind of like leans in and whispers something, and he just shrugs and he says, "They're not from around here, obviously." And then just look back at you, like giving you a look over. They both also look to Ember and have a moment's pause, and then look back to Eric.
Why don't
You do.
I don't know. I'd like to interact. I would like to be like, yeah, we are. Did I hear what they said there? Okay.
Yeah, you're with them.
Hi, I'm Ember. Yeah, we are new here. But as we said, we're part of Evangard, and we're actually investigating something. So I'm wondering if you'd know anything about it at all. Do you mind us asking you? And would you be willing to let us know?
You can ask your questions.
Thank you. What's your name? Sorry.
Fraser.
What bland name, right?
Just say that to him.
For I don't.
He's like
For D&D,
father's
I mean.
name.
Yeah. It's my father's name. Whose father's father had it too.
Very much.
Yeah, I say so we're actually on our way somewhere to figure out. In our town we come from before, we had these mysterious black tears in the sky, and we think it's just around that area. But do you know anything of that? Is it anything around here?
They kind of all look at each other because there's about 3 or 4 of them, giving each other a look, and they're just like, not heard of anything, no.
I thought that would be like what they saw, and I was like,
Mm.
let's discuss, let's talk about it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a bit of research. And but let us know if you need any help with anything. We're always more than happy. We are here for the rest of the day and tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow. Have a lovely day, Fraser. I give him a little wink as I leave.
You too. He kind of gives you a nod. And they also, as you walk away, roll perception checks, the pair of you.
17.
5.
Eric sees nothing. He's like, well.
Well, I'm trying.
Those guys.
yeah. Ember, you see that as you walk away, they all like lean in and they're like chatting away with each other and keep looking back and forth to you. Not to the pair of you, just to you.
Okay, no. I turn around.
Enough is enough.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, Fraser, but I walked into this town and I got an odd look. I'm speaking to you, and I'm getting an odd look. What is the deal?
Don't know what you're talking about.
I see you. I see you.
Roll,
They're
roll an
eventually
insight for me.
agitated.
An insight. Okay.
Yeah.
Sugar plums. Hold on 2 seconds. Where the heck is it gone? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. 2 seconds. Insight it. Oh wow, 20.
Nice. Yeah, so you see through. He's lying, needless to say, when he says he doesn't know what
Funny
you're
that.
talking about.
I know you're lying. What is happening? Am I funny looking? Is it my hair?
And another guard, a woman this time, kind of like leans in and she's like, "There's no sense hiding it from her." And she kind of leans into you and he says, "It's just we've had a sweep of murders hitting the city. It only happens every now and again. It's not a frequent thing, you understand. It happens at the same time every month, which is strange. But it's only redheads who are being killed."
Ah, shit. That's what I I should never asked that.
I really wish it was time to end the episode because that was golden to end an episode on.
Well, guys, that would reach a
shit.
great cliffhanger here. So it's now over. You can watch previous episodes on YouTube or.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So she just
Oh.
kind of gives you a sympathetic shrug.
Wah, wah.
Well, thanks for telling me, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to let me investigate this further by asking you 100 questions.
If you're only passing through, then it might not be an issue for yourself, but that's why you might be getting funny looks from the guards.
I see. Just redheads? Do they have anything else in common? Where are they staying? Are they visitors or?
They're all from different areas, different types of people, but all redheads.
That's a bit sinister.
Yeah.
And,
It always happens on a new moon.
ah.
You
And is
hear
it
a cat in the background.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know anything else?
I mean, we know the details of the people and where they were found, but it's a guard business, you understand. We tend not to cross over with the avant-garde too much as they are hired onto their jobs. Wouldn't do to release details of the murders, obviously, as we suspect it may be a serial killer.
What if she gets murdered? Then would you tell us?
Do I feel like we need like Criminal Minds music actually.
Okay. Well, there's someone in my kitchen making a noise, and well,
It's a murderer. Run.
They're inside the house.
Always happens in a new moon. Okay.
Mm.
Do you know what?
Interesting.
I'm not there. Shut up.
No, I could have figured it out myself. Surely, I didn't have to ask her, right?
You can roll a nature roll.
14.
Okay, that's enough. Especially with your swampage background. You know that the next new moon would be in 2 days' time.
Ooh, oh no, we have to save for this. It's that trap. Okay.
She just kind of like, the others are like rolling their eyes at her, and she's like, well, she deserves to know.
Sorry.
She's like, look, I can't say much more. You understand why, I'm sure. I mean,
No,
if you're part of the Evangard, you have investigations of your own, but keep an eye on yourself.
Oh, thank you. What's your name?
Silda.
Zilda.
Silda. With an S.
Zelda. Okay. I
Zelda.
feel like you saw Zelda something on your desk.
No,
Okay, right.
Silda.
Zelda.
I've got a whole sheet just full of NPC names for when I get asked that very question.
Okay.
In case of nosy players.
In case of emergency, for the break
Oh,
card.
well, thank you, Zelda. I will. I'll be careful. Thank you.
Always stay close to friends. Yeah.
I will. I'm a strong, independent gal. I can handle myself.
No, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's so serious with this jaunty fucking music.
I know.
I know.
But also, it's great.
Oh, it's tune.
We should do our next big dramatic battle to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Mood music. So she kind of gives you a kind nod, and then heads off with the others so that they can go and go back to watching the town square.
Okay.
Yeah. And on that dramatic moment for you guys, we'll hop back over to the others. Eventually, we head back to the Adept Pigeon, and your dark, rusty red tiefling comes down the stairs. It's almost like he kind of
Did I ask
glides
his
the way
name?
that he walks. You did not.
Fuck. Okay. Cool.
And he approaches you and gives you a like one of those minor. It's not like a major bow or anything like that, but it's a I have inspected your egg.
What do you think?
It's a curious thing. I can't say I've necessarily seen one at this size.
You recognize?
If I was hazarding a guess, it would be one of the magically inclined reptilian style creatures. Not a reptile egg, of course, and he kind of gives a casual glance to the lizard folk who's there, as they tend to be softer shelled, but of that ilk.
Thank you.
It's certainly not going to be an actual dragon, or it would be much bigger than this, but...
Even I gathered that, but thank you. Thank you.
Worth noting, you get all sorts of questions in this job.
Do you know what? I genuinely believe that. Do you happen to know how long the gestation period is for an egg? Is that the right word for an egg? I don't care. It's fine.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Judging by what small inspections I have, I would say you maybe have a week or so to go.
Oh my god, this looks so exciting.
I'm going to have a son. I'm so excited.
But I can assure you that whatever is in there is alive. So.
Thank God. That's the main thing. As long as it's healthy. I don't care what it is.
Oh god. Regrets?
Oh my god.
He hands it back over to you.
I place it carefully back in my egg papoose.
I love the way you say that word.
Papoose?
Papoose.
Papoose.
Papoose. I don't actually say it like that, but here we are.
Yeah.
I feel he would, though.
I feel he would, yeah.
He would. Hannah speaks like a normal person.
That's true.
Anyway. Actually, she doesn't.
See, that sounds boring.
As we know from Kid
Thank you. That's true.
She's enjoying us, Emma.
Selectively. Is there anything else I can do for you?
See, I don't know. I was having a look at your wands over here.
Hmm.
I was wondering if you could just tell me a little bit about them. Like, I'm curious. It looked like it was cold. That looked fascinating. It's like
Yes, that's
frosty.
a wand of the Ray of Frost spell.
I appreciate that.
I only have 3 that are currently enchanted. I do have the non-enchanted variety.
Tell me about your enchanted ones.
One is the magic wand of fireballs. That's the red one, quite obviously. And this one here is magic missile.
Oh.
I'm afraid to ask about the cost because I'm surely sure I wouldn't be able to afford any of them. If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
That is what they say.
How much are they?
I'm slowly but surely turning into the what's their faces from Galaxy Quest without meaning to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. I watched that recently. It was great.
This is the best movie by Grapthar's Hammer. Well, they range from 500 to 5,000.
Another time, perhaps.
Such is the way with enchanted items.
That's true. I give him just a piece of gold, a gold piece for his helping me.
He gives you. He takes it like just between the 2 fingers and gives you a nod of the head.
It's like, yeah. It's cool.
No, just takes it and it just seems to vanish. You watch as he like takes it between the fingers, closes his hand, and it just disappears.
Oh.
Thank you very kindly for your service.
Do you sound like those things? What are they called?
Yes,
I don't know.
I've forgotten. Yeah.
Well, I'll show myself out. Thank you, Beitra.
We have acquired your limousine.
Wow. You've got the hair for it as well. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thank you for your service. He kind
To
of
leave here now.
lets you go and goes back to his business.
Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you for your egg help.
He gives you a grin as well, and he's got like fangs in his teeth.
Oh.
I'm into his terracotta self.
Yeah.
No, Rusty, you said. Yeah.
It's that kind of yeah.
Oh, I know. I do an awkward, like, throw my head back around. What's your name?
You can call me Ang.
Ang.
I thought you guys said call me Al. I was like, no,
No,
really?
girl.
Girl.
Me, Al. The full name is Anguish, however, but I feel it chases away service.
It's probably a smart business move.
Hmm.
Bye, Anguish. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
And he just wanders back up, glides back up, basically, to his table.
That was cool. Beitra, did you have a look around there? Beitra?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see anything cool in there?
Cool. It was warm.
Yeah, it was warm. You're right. Do you know what? Shut up. Me.
I find myself,
buddy.
yeah,
So
I
skip
find
sense
myself
and walks away.
catching myself doing things like that. In my place of work when I deal with people who have more so Asperger's, like I'll say something and then they'll respond and I'm like, oh wow, you took that literally. I'm really sorry. Like, cause you say things without even really considering what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, here we are.
So,
Let's go
yeah.
find the
There
other
weren't-
guys.
There weren't any pigeons in there.
No, I wondered that too. I meant to ask actually, but
mm.
well, hey, guess what? I spoke to the guy in there who's like a magic guy, and I asked him about my egg that I found. You know, the egg we found a few days ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he says he thinks that it's gonna hatch into some kind of like little kind of lizardy thing. That's fun. I don't know what kind yet, but you might be able to help me out and look after it and stuff.
And it's alive?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh.
So I'll need your help with that, please. 'Cause you're my go-to
Oh.
reptile friend.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Reptile friend.
Yeah. Let's go find the other guys and see what they're up to.
So you guys eventually manage to find each other. One with interesting, happy bits of information. The others with slightly dramatic information.
Hey guys, you get anything good at the shops?
Ember's gonna get murdered.
Yeah.
I'll leave you for like a half an hour, guys.
What
Should
That
I
sounded
ask?
like such a like Always Sunny in Philadelphia moment.
Yeah.
what shop do you get that in?
Murder.
Yeah, get murder.
The butcher.
Oh, no shop, Beisha. So, got some news, some updates. You know how we were walking in and we had that guard and he gave me a funny look, and I was like, why are you giving me a funny look? But I didn't
Yeah.
ask him. And we approached other guys. It's so exciting for me. I approached some other guys. Wait a minute.
She's like, oh my god,
Wait.
guys.
What?
Never mind. I was saying Navrov liked my red hair, but anyway.
No,
Do you think he's gonna murder you?
No, I'm kidding. So,
No,
What?
don't murder me. No.
oh no.
Stop it.
Oh.
Hashtag murder. Yeah.
So Eric and I were standing and we saw some guards in the corner who were chatting away, and we were like, oh, we're a part of the Iron Guard, let's go help. Eric fails. I also failed. And we walked away and they were looking at me again, and I was like, no, that's it. I've had enough.
So rude. Why would
It's
they
so
do that?
rude. It was so
Yeah.
rude. And I was like, what's your problem? Like, have you not seen my kind before? Get over it. Turns out, though, a little bit awkward, that there's a murderer going around who's murdering redheads like me.
Shit.
Yeah. Shit. Right? That's what I said.
Skip does the same,
Um,
but he doesn't have hair.
uh,
Not gonna go for me.
so you're like John Dong, and then so it usually happens on the next full moon, which is in 2 days. I really want to be here to see it. Wait,
See the murder?
yeah, or possibly be murdered or capture the person.
We could set a trap.
We could set a trap. I'm so glad we're on the same page right now.
But we're on a. We're good places to be.
Oh.
So with the conflict of one of the party members being murdered, capturing someone, witnessing a murder, and the supervisor being concerned about #professionalism, the group find themselves torn about what to do. And that is where we're going to wrap tonight's session.
That was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't
Accept
quite
it.
a fuck moment.
That
but,
was fantastic.
Yeah.
We could have just.
Yeah, so there's potentially a serial killer on the loose. in the
Do you
town.
like a serial killer?
I do
Really?
like a
Really?
cheeky serial killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Wonder what will happen next week,
It's exciting.
guys. Close up magic and murder.
Oh my god. I can't believe you put him
Yeah.
in the game. That's amazing.
You're welcome.
It's a dragon meat joke. But,
Yeah, basically, whilst at Dragon Meet, we were taking notes, just like people watching while we were there, and I created an NPC that I said I would eventually play this game. So,
Because there was
Here
a
he
guy
is.
who looked like a magician walking around. Anyway, GG, guys, that was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, please. Mm-hmm.
That's great. Thank you very much. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, excellent stuff, guys. So yeah, tune in next week to find out just how entertaining Paul Smith the magician is, and if Ember's gonna get murdered or not? Question mark.
Time will tell.
You
Got
can
spare character sheets for
also
any character.
tune in on Friday nights at the RPG Labs, where you will say "My gracious self," playing an Air Genasi Ranger, living my anthropologist best life. It is wonderful.
Correct.
Yeah. So that'd be great to see you guys there. Other than that, any of you guys got anything you would like to say before we sign off?
Just thank you for watching, and thank you for all the very generous bits tonight. That was unexpected and unnecessary, but
Thank you very
appreciated.
much.
So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. See you next week, guys.
Bye.